What's up, everybody? How's it going? This is Russell, and check this out. I got some cool things happening today, but this is the first thing I want to show you guys. How many of you guys, by the way, BTW, are PT Barnum fans? I have been silently collecting a whole bunch of PT Barnum stuff because I'm literally I'm really obsessed with it. And there's actually a point to this. So this is actually one of the original circus posters from back in the day that I got on eBay, because eBay is the greatest website in the world. And this is the first of many PT Barnum things I'm going to show you guys today. And the reason why is because, as you guys know right now, we are in the middle of all of our introductions of who are speaking at this year's Funnel Hacking Live. And this year is going to be insane. Every year is kind of insane. This year, I don't know, there's like this different energy. Like, there's something like this. Anyway, I'm pumped. I'm excited. I think you guys are going to be excited as well. But this week, I'm announcing speakers, talking about who they are, having them tell their stories. And this first speaker, who I'm going to introduce today, is somebody, there's a connection between me, this person, and Mr. Phineas Barber, PT Barnum. So I got some cool stories to tell you guys today. But can anyone guess who our guest today is? If you can guess who our guest is, let them know in the comments down below. Like, who is speaker number 2 we're introducing today? If you guys know, let us know in the comments down below. And as we do that, let me click a button, see if I can get that person to jump in here on the live stream. Click in a button, and let's see. Hopefully we can get him in here.
You clicked, huh?
Yeah.
You rang?
How did you show up here? Everyone, Stephen Larsen's our next speaker announcing for Funnel Hacking Live. I'm losing my voice already. It's like 9 in the morning. How you doing, man?
Good, very good. Excited to be here. What's up, everyone?
Can you guys hear us?
For Funnel Hacking Live.
Do we need to move the mic so you can
Yeah,
hear?
a little closer. Am I better here?
Anyway, dude, first off, so excited to have you here in the office. We were planning, so I was like, could you just come to the office? That'd be way cooler. And then he just showed up. So we're here.
I poofed.
He poofed into the office. So, dude, first off, congratulations for speaking for Like Live. You excited?
Super pumped, and glad to do it together.
I was like, yeah, this is something as we were planning. So Steve and I have been both geeking out about this dude right here, Mr. Barnum. And actually, you want to, like, because you went down on a rabbit hole really deep with all his stuff, and what brought you to PT Barnum? Like, excited and
Yeah,
curious about that.
Yeah, I like PT Barnum because I don't know. I think he's one of the great marketers to model, because you think about like what we all do. We use the internet, and the more I started diving into it, I started realizing that the guys that didn't have the internet, the people that didn't have the internet, how on earth did they have success? Like, I think funnel, I think internet. What was it like pre-internet, pre-funnel as we know it? And so I started looking at guys like PT Barnum and other places, and it was cool to see that there's actual patterns in how they launched without the internet. And so I became obsessed with stories of rich dead marketers, as I say it, and basically how they launched without the internet, pre-internet. And what was powerful is I started noticing patterns in what they would do to put their products out there, that when I did those same patterns and could think about them without the internet and then applied the internet became an accelerant. And too many times I think people use the internet as a little bit of a crutch, and they think internet is marketing. Internet is, my product or my funnel. And that's not really how it works. And so when you add in the internet, it's gas on the fire rather than the fire.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's and there's so many cool principles. In fact, you spoke at Funnel Hacking Live a couple years ago. Now, COVID, I remember how many, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
And you started sharing some of these stories, which were so exciting. And on my side, was fascinating is the other day I was listening to, this is the other day, 3 or 4 months ago, I was listening to an old Dan Kennedy course. And it, like, the end of this is like a 3-day event. And the end of it, he had a session he called dramatic demonstrations. And he was talking about literally PT Barnum and these dramatic demonstrations he would do to sell stuff and get people to come in. And I got so excited, I went and bought dramaticdemonstrations.com. And then what some people may not know, I'm slightly obsessed with old books. And so again, I bought this off eBay, which is PT Barnum movie, like actual, not movie poster, circus poster, which is exciting. But I bought a bunch of other stuff. So like, here's some books I bought. This is Struggles and Triumphs. This is the first edition Struggle and Triumphs, PT Barnum book. Whoa, which is awesome.
Amazing.
This one's called Dollars and Cents, first edition, which is exciting. There's other ones. Oh, this is my favorite one. Some of you guys know I'm writing a book right now called Secrets of Success. PT Barnum literally wrote a book, and he was so excited. He had 2 titles for it. One title was How I Made My Millions. And then he's like, but that title's good, but I have another good title. So he said, or The Secrets of Success. He gave the book 2 titles. And one of the titles is my title, which I'm freaking out about. So anyway.
You guys chose the same title. Okay.
We're like kindred souls.
I got to say, it's so funny. Like, I don't know, 3 months ago, Russell sends me this box, and it's a screenshot of the definition of bibliomania, which is this someone who buys books
the addiction of books.
with the addiction of books. And he's like, I think I have bibliomania. But seriously, these are amazing books.
They're so cool. So I messaged Steven after I went and bought dramaticdemonstrations.com. I was like, I want to do a book together with you where we start going deep into PT Barnum and his life and show not only like like how he did things, these dramatic demonstrations to get people to show up to the circus or to the shows or things like that. But then like, how can we use those things online in our world to do it as well? And I was like, and so he got excited. We got a book design covered. We were freaking out.
It's so good.
And as I was playing Funnel Hacking Live, I was like, dude, we should totally do a session called Dramatic Demonstrations where we're showing these things, like what happened in the old world PT Barnum and then how you can replicate it and do it online. And we started freaking out and we were doing the thing where we scream a lot. And here we are today.
Yeah, still screaming.
So we're gonna be doing a co-session together at Funnel Hacking Live, all about dramatic demonstrations. Like, how do you do these things? Like, first off, how did PT Barnum and other people back then do these amazing things to get attention? And then how can we replicate those online? Because I think right now, I'm sure you probably know this more than me, but like you see people nowadays and like the marketing is like, I put up a landing page and I bought a Facebook ad. Like, okay, like what else did you do? Like, that's it. You guys may or may not notice right now, we're in the middle of promoting Funnel Hacking Live. And guess what? How many dramatic demonstrations I got to do to get you guys to show up to the event? There's a lot. And so it's like learning how, as you call it, like how to make noise, how to get out there in the market.
The noise cannon. Yeah. And there's formulas to it. And when you learn how to do it without the internet again, but then add the internet, now it's like when you go post something on Facebook, it gives a purpose for what you're posting now because it's part of a coordinated effort rather than just like this random,
yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. So first off, if you guys don't have your tickets to Funnel Hacking Live yet,
you're crazy.
Yeah. So go get your tickets, funnelhackinglive.com. That is the place to get it. Now, I would love to hear, because you've been to Funnel Hacking Live, all of them except for the first one, right?
Yeah.
I'm
playing my ear around it. Literally.
It's like there's Christmas, there's my birthday, and there's Funnel Hacking Live. That's it. No, but I would love for you to, because I think your first Funnel Hacking Live you came to is such a unique, powerful story.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are probably in the same or similar situation as you right now, where you're there, you're not doing this yet full time. You want to be doing, but like, I love you to tell that story because I think it'll show this through a lens and help people understand why they need to do everything in their power to get there and be there for the show. So
yeah, I was I was super poor, negative cash flow, living on loans. And in fact, we were just talking about this right before coming on here, right out there, is that there's these decisions you make in your life that they dramatically put you on a different set of train tracks. They don't even speed you up on the track. You jump tracks, and going to Funnel Hacking Live, I knew I wanted to come to the first one. The only reason I didn't is because my first daughter was due around the same time, which wouldn't have been good. So, but I was like, I got to come to Funnel Hacking Live, but I was super poor. And, but there's a big difference between being broke and being poor, right? One's a mentality and one's a wallet weight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I had no money in my wallet, but I was not a poor mentality. And I was like, okay, rich people ask, how can I afford it? And I watched you actually exercise this principle like crazy right in this room when we were working together. Mm-hmm. And there's certain times when you'd be like, hey, oh man, this is someone really big I want to bring in. They're more money than I thought. And instead of saying, ooh, we can't afford it, we don't have the budget for that, I should say, you'd be like, well, how can we? And we let entrepreneurship create the solution to the problem. And so for Funnel Hacking Live, I did the same thing. I was like, look, I'm going to go trade funnels for my plane ticket and trade funnels for the hotel nights and trade funnels for, all of it. And I just wanted it. And I just had this recurring storyline in my head that just kept asking, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? And I'd be like, real bad. I want it so bad. You want it more than just being able to sleep 6 hours a night instead of 5. So you get up a little bit earlier and keep working. And that's what I would do is I took your first, this .com Secrets X long time ago. And I have a fat notebook. I went through that multiple times, wrote like crazy as if I was expected to teach it, and decided that I would just do whatever it took. And I even think I messaged you once and I was like, hey man, I'll take out your trash. Like I'll do anything. I just need to be near it. And I decided to just start trading the funnels for it. And when I got there, I didn't have enough money to have a taxi. So I held my luggage over my shoulder and I rented one of the bikes in San Diego. I don't know if you know that. And I rode this bike through San Diego because I didn't have a taxi, riding to Funnel Hacking Live going, and down the way, I was like, I'm going to do whatever this guy tells me. Look how hard I'm working to be here. And I'm like self-talking myself up. I will do whatever except publish. That was the one thing. And your first speech, you stood up and go, everyone publish. And I was like, no. But it changed everything.
Now, how often do you publish?
Ooh, a lot.
So good. Wouldn't it have been cool to go back in time and have a B-roll video of you actually doing that, going through the journey to show now? It'd be so cool.
We're thinking about doing that little B-roll storyline.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
That'd be fun, yeah.
Anyway,
demonstration.
Yes. So I'm proud. First off, I'm proud of Steven because that's not an easy thing to do, but you knew what you wanted and you went out there and did it. And the biggest thing is I want you guys to understand, because I understand that going to an event for a week is not convenient, right? Like I understand, like you get, first you got to buy a ticket, then you got to buy flights and then hotels, and you got to get time off work. You got to figure out your spouse and your kids, and like there's a million things. I get it. But I also want you to understand, like, we don't take that lightly. Like when you come and you're at the event, like we try everything in our power to give you the shifts and the transformations you need to actually have the success you came for, the success you're dreaming about. Like that's the whole purpose of it. I did a little video yesterday that'll be part of our dramatic demonstration, is we're selling more Funnel Hacking Live tickets. But in that presentation, I talked about, I'm like, I want you guys to understand that, like, I already believe in you, right? Like I believe that you guys have the skill sets, the talents, the calling that you need to be successful. And the question is, do you believe in yourself? Because I'm right now, I think we've spent over $3 million in this year's Funnel Hacking Live. Our budget will be about $4 million. So I'm like, I've invested $4 million in your success so far. And so that's how much I believe in you and your experience and like what you can do and the people's lives you're going to change. That's how much I've invested back into you guys for this event that hasn't happened yet. And my question for you is, how much are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you willing to invest the $1,000? You willing to invest the conversation to get time off, to get the shift things around, to be able to come and be there and be dedicated and spend the time? Because I believe in you that much. And if you believe in yourself that much as Stephen believed in himself, to get there, ride a bike, to be there, to be in the room, and you're in the room where it happens. And now look at yourself, how many years later, 7, 8 years later, like you've launched 8 billion funnels and 35,000 offers. And like, it's so inspiring. But I want people to understand that, like, it comes down to, like, do you actually believe in yourself? I know a lot of you guys say, oh, well, Stephen can do it because he's got a pig on his shirt. No, Russell can do it because he's got a magnet on his shirt. And like, but it's like, no, this isn't about us at all. Like, it doesn't really matter. This is about you. Like, do you believe you can do it? It's so, like, you got to move heaven and earth to get there, because if you're in the room, you're there with all the people. Like your future business partners are in that room. Your future joint venture partners are in the room. Your future, like, customer, like all this stuff you're looking for. Like if you need, I don't know how to build funnels, all the funnel builders in the room. I don't know how to do traffic, all the traffic agencies in the room. I don't know how to write copy, all the copywriters in the room, like all the people you need to be successful in the room. You just need to be in the room where it happens, like getting there. And that's what's important. So
yeah, there's a few clients I've worked with in the past where, you know, I've had to kind of grab them by the shoulders, so to speak, and be like, look, you have to do this stuff or it won't work. And there's a harsh reality that you are the only person who cares enough for your own success. It's not on anyone else's shoulders. No one's going to pick you up and carry you. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. And so you kind of have to look yourself in the mirror and be like, what do you actually want, and go create it. And that's where we are as entrepreneurs. We're builders and creators of our own vision. So, but no one else will come and do it for you, you know? And when you're at Funnel Hacking Live, be in the room. You know, I took 52 pages of notes that first one. And I remember, and I was baffled at the number of empty notebooks I saw when the room was empty that night. Yeah. And it's because it just changed everything. And anyway, yeah. So changed everything.
Okay. So the next thing is, you heard the analogy, like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So, but what we can do is we can try to make the water taste so good, and we can make you so thirsty that you want to do it. So right now, as you guys know, with all the speakers coming in, we're the speakers have been trying to do things to make you more thirsty. Like, I have to drink that water. I have to come to Funnel Hacking Live. So my question for you, I hopefully you've been prepped on this, but if not, we're going to
bring it.
Do you have any bonus or anything you can give people who decide, I'm going to commit, I'm getting my ticket right now, they're going to go get their tickets today, some kind of bonus we can give them that'll push them over the edge and make it so irresistible? It's like, fine, I'm going to go change my life. You forced me to.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. I have it's a cool free thing I did, but it's over 3 days, and it's called Make Launches Great Again.
Ooh.
And what it is it's about how to prep the marketplace for your offer. Because the worst thing you can do is finish your funnel yesterday and try to launch today. Yeah, it just is. Like, in fact, you taught me this, and I think you taught it someone else. You know, the best launches, the difference between a 4, 5, 6, 7 figure launch is time, right? And what you're doing between when you finish the product and when it's out the door is where all the success really comes from. And so it's about, so anyway, it's called Make Launches Great Again. We'll toss it in with your ticket. It's so fair warning, it's like 10 hours. I'm riffing hard on a camera in front of a live audience. So, but it's fun.
So cool. That gives you something you can prepare for, like before you show. I mean, we're like 90, I don't know how many days, 95 days away. Isn't that crazy? We're double digits. But between now and then, like, if you're like, this is awesome, I want to launch a product, I want to figure these things out, like, you can go deep dive with Stephen for the 3-day event, like watch all that stuff ahead of time. And then when you show up, we'll hit the ground running and have a lot of fun, which is going to be awesome. So, but now it's time to get a ticket. So, Stephen, where do they get tickets at? Do you know?
I'm thinking somewhere around like funnelhackinglive.com.
Oh, funnelhackinglive.com. Is that what you said? Funnelhackinglive.com. Go there, and that's where you get your tickets. You see who's speaking this year. You see all the presentations. As you scroll down, you see like the block for dramatic demonstrations with Mr.
So cool.
PT Barnum, S.J. Larsen and R.B. Brunson or R.S. Brunson. It's all designed. We designed it to look similar to this movie poster thing right here. And you'll see that's going to be the design of the new book that we're putting together. So putting together this really cool high ticket book that'll be called Dramatic Demonstrations, showing all the stuff that we'll be teaching about at Funnel Hacking Live, which would be cool. Can I show off other cool stuff?
Yeah.
So I showed you guys this book again. This is one I'm excited. Like this one just pumped me up because as I was reading, I'm like, how I made my millions. That's a good book title. Or I'm like 2 titles for a book, and one of them was mine. This is cool too. So how many of you guys have seen the movie The Great Showman? So you know, like when the whole circus burns down and then they have to build a new one. And not everything's perfectly accurate in the movie, but there was a time when things burned to the ground, they had to rebuild. And during that window of time, P.T. Barnum was writing checks for a bunch of stuff. And check out what I found on eBay. This was a check that P.T. Barnum actually signed. Can you see this? There's his signature right there. In that window between when the thing burned down and the new one they built, this is a check for materials that he wrote to the Broadway Bank to get money for the materials to build the freaking circus. Can I say freaking on TV?
I think you can.
That's the worst swear words you ever hear from me. It's not anyway, but this is an original check from P.T. Barnum. There's the certificate of authenticity, but that's how much of a nerd I am, you guys. We should put that in the book somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of old P.T. Barnum stuff because that's what nerds who love books do. But it's so awesome. What else should we tell them? Like, we got all these people here. Like, first off, if you come to Funnel Hacking Live, let me know you're in. Like, if you're in, type it in there. Say, I'm in. I'm coming. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome, you guys. Like, oh, I can't wait for you to be there. If you're not there yet, like, it's time. Like, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Get the tickets. Go and find your wallet. This is what all good entrepreneurs have to be good doing. Taking the risk, pulling your wallet out, opening it up, buying the ticket. And again, I've put in already over 3 million. It will be close to 4 million by the time the event's done to put on this party for you. We've literally are getting the top entrepreneurs, funnel hackers, funnel builders, traffic people in the world will be flying in the room. We've curated the best speakers on the planet to give you guys an experience that'll change your life. And so now it's just up to you guys to go and take that leap of faith. We brought you to the water. It tastes really good, huh?
It's some tasty water, I'm not gonna lie.
It's time to go
What was that line? We don't just make the Kool-Aid, we drink it too.
Yes. Oh man. Well, any other final last words for anyone who's sitting on the fence? You can just push them to make sure they get there.
Well, okay, we got 90-ish days, right? That's enough time to figure out how to get the money to go. Like, I remember, and it was very touching last year. A lot of you guys walked up to me and you're like, hey, because of the story and that, there's like 10 of us in a hotel room and we all brought a suitcase full of PB&Js and we are just working our butt off to just be in the room and do that. Like, do the weird stuff. The thing that has popped while you've been watching this, something has popped in your head that has said, this is how you could do it. And that is your way. You know what I mean? And that's your test. That's your thing inside your head going, how far is this person willing to go? Right? How far is Asha 1952 willing to go? How far is Michael Ruse willing to go? What's up, Michael? Right? How far is Justin Benton willing to go? And it's something that I can't say, Russell can't say, we don't know, but you've been inspired by it and it's telling you the way, right? You already know the way. That's not what the issue is. The issue is creating the confidence to take the action and then be able to go, I'm willing to see scapes and parts of my life I've never seen before. Right. And just being willing to be an explorer and an adventurer. That's exactly what this is and what it takes. And that's kind of the spirit of the entrepreneur journey. So you've been told the way while listening to us. We don't know what that is. We just, it's going to be, that's where we'll be and figure out how to get there. And it's not like this skill set stops once you figure out how to get to Funnel Hacking Live. The next thing will pop up. There'll be a big gap and you'll be like, ooh, I want to go launch that. Huge gap. You'll have no idea how to get there and you'll take the first step into darkness. And then a little bit the next step will appear, and the next step will appear. And that's just how the game works. So, welcome to the game. We're excited to have you.
It's the best game ever. Yeah. So, well, thanks, man, for coming and being part of this. Thank you for speaking this year. Thank you for doing a co-presentation with me, which is going to be so much fun. Yeah. For all you guys, again, now is the time. The moment of decision is here. It's time to go to funnelhackinglive.com, get your tickets, and we'll see you guys in 3 months at the greatest entrepreneurial show of all time. It's going to be so much fun. And when you guys come, come prepared. Every year there's people who dress and they got ClickFunnels stuff on. People dye their hair blue and red for the gears. People get temporary tattoos. One, Jeff Bannock got a real tattoo, but show up prepared, be crazy. Our funnel hackers are the craziest audiences in the world. Someone had last year, a custom, a white suit coat with the funnel hacker dots down the middle. People dress, they did cool things. And so
it's kind of a rock show almost.
Yeah. Show up prepared, have fun. And it'll be awesome. So, and Dan Kennedy's coming back, you guys. We've got, anyway, if you go to funnelhackinglive.com, you see the speakers. I think we have 1 or 2 more that are on the page yet that we're announcing. Anyway, it's it's going to be the most amazing event ever. So do not miss it. Appreciate you guys all. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Steven. And we'll see you guys all soon. Bye, everybody. FunnelHackingLive.com. Let's go. Woo.